A new submod has just been launched for Thrawn's Revenge 2.3.6 that completely changes the way you play Galactic Conquest. That mod is called SSD Rampage, and what it does is it reduces the prices of certain superstar destroyers, as well as the shipyard level requirements, meaning both player and the AI are inclined to integrate more SSDs into their fleets. Match that with the mod also increasing the population cap to 750, you're able to build absolutely gigantic fleets quickly and begin pushing towards the enemy. So if you're interested in seeing some of the biggest fleets you'll ever see in Thrawn's Revenge, definitely stick around, as you won't be disappointed. But before we jump in, something I'm really personally excited to show all of you, we've just released our first wave of t-shirt designs for X2, starting simple with a full pattern t-shirt design in both black and purple, and a badge logo version in a selection of colours. We've really tried to reduce the pricing here to make them super affordable, while also keeping to the highest quality shirt available. Links to buy one in the description down below. Now, on with the video. So we're going to just jump straight into an era progressive campaign. Empire's End seems to be a good start as Empire on Era 1. Now for people who stuck around, here are more detailed breakdowns of the Superstar Destroyer changes this submod offers. Lucahulk battleships for the CSA has a credit reduction up to 2,000 credits and a build time of 12 seconds. Peltus is dropped to 600 credits and has an 8-second build time. Vengeance for the Pentastar alignment only has a price of 4,800 credits and a 24-second build time. Bellator Battle Cruisers, which is definitely one of my more favourite Superstar Destroyers, has been removed from Pentastar alignment and is only buildable for the Greater Malrood at a price of 3,300 credits and a 24-second build time, so we'll definitely have to do another video on this submod for something like that in the future. And of course, the Classic Executor, which will be most likely covered in this episode, is at a price of 4,800 credits and a 24-second build time. And finally, the Viscount, which is buildable in all eras, is at 5,000 credits on a 24-second build time. This alone makes me think that this could make the New Republic insanely powerful in this submod, especially since the Eclipse SSD is not available in this mod yet, and the Empire relies on executors only. I should also note there is zero upkeep on all of these ships, but with that done, let's get right into the gameplay. Okay, so Adlib Charlie without a script here. We've just loaded into Empire's End as Empire in Era 1. And you can tell because we've got Kuat and Coruscant. We've already got quite a lot of fleets here on the inner core. I am going to put on medium cruel AI, just so I can see the AI really just put out some really decent fleets to show you guys. I think for this episode, because we're only going to do one episode to cover this rather than a series. If you guys do want to see a series of this, definitely like the video and comment down below. I think for this, what I'll do is I'll push through to Mandalore and then probably go to Dathomir after that. I think that might be good enough for an episode, I think. We'll see how we go. If we need to go on a bit longer, then we can. So we've got a big fleet here at Coruscant, but they're not exactly SSDs. It's just Victory 2s and an Imperial 2 there. So I think we can. I'm assuming we're able to build. Yeah, there we go. We've got the Executor class Star Destroyer, 4,800 credits, and we can build it here at Kuat as well. Coruscant we can't, but I think that's just down to the fact that we need to build a heavy frigate shipyard. But honestly, we don't really need to build it in multiple places. We can just focus on building them at Kuat and then move on from there. Having quite a bit of frame drops here in the mod. I think it's just because we're booting up and everything's trying to catch up with themselves. But whilst we figure out about consolidating our fleets, let's go straight into building an executor there and an executor here. So we've got on the mission logs. Okay, so just a statistic display page. Very nice. If we do build the Kuat drive yard, what is the story progression thing that we need to build here? I think that'll come later. I'll build what I need to at Kuat and then see if that comes up, because we'll be able to get the Lusankya in Era 1 as Empire. So I would like to have an Executor and Lucy together in one fleet. That'd be quite cool to see. I'm not sure if we can put more than 2. We'll try that out for sure. That's why I'm building 2 executives now, because the pop cap is 750. I don't know if they've changed the pop cap to executors. I believe they're 200. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But yeah, so I'll cut back to us having the fleet ready and pushing straight into Mandalore. Okay, we are back. So we have our 2 superstar destroyers here. I've also got a carrier as a commanding ship, so we can move those executors in really close into the enemy lines. We are getting attacked everywhere, super fast by the AI. So, and I haven't even turned cruel AI on yet, so that should be a little concerning. I'm going to enable it now. It's going to take a moment to just quickly change the AI there. There we go. And we've also got our execute project ambition. So that we'll be able to we'll build, and we'll just get the Lusankya right away. While that's building, I am just going to push straight into Mandalore and see what they've got over there. Hopefully they have a big fleet. If not, I'll try searching around our project ambition. Yeah. There we go. So I don't think that's an era progression, is it? No, I don't think it is. So yeah, we're going to try Mandalore. I don't think any of these planets here have been captured, so I don't think the fleets are going to be super massive. But if they aren't, we'll try pushing into some faction-controlled planets over here. Independent. Yeah, there we go. Oh, so it's done it already. She should be at Coruscant, shouldn't she? Let's have a quick look at that. There she is. Let's just drag our ground forces over here. Cool. I am, again, getting some pretty big frame drops for sure. I think whether or not it's because it's just big units that's causing the slowdown on the mod. My setup isn't that bad, realistically. Like, oh, okay. Let's have a look. Alright, let's give this a go. Let's begin. This doesn't seem like a huge fleet, but it could be a good start to show you guys the power of 2 superstar destroyers on one map. In terms of it being on the same side, obviously there are superstar destroyer versus superstar destroyer battles, but having 2 SSDs that you own on the map at the same time, that's something I've not seen before in any mod apart from Yoden, I think. So here we go. There's our first superstar destroyer, and here's our second. There we go. Just wiping away these dreadnoughts. So what have they got here? So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavy dreadnought cruisers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kelder Bays. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, look at this. Let's try and have both of these superstar destroyers target one ship kind of in the center, which is this heavy cruiser here. Doesn't seem like the AI wants to listen. It's just focusing so much on that one over there. I know there's a lot of hard points to be used. Oh, okay, so funny enough, this left side of the hull on the right superstar destroyer is working. Oh, there we go. We're kind of seeing it work. Maybe it's me, but like superstar destroyers don't want to focus all of its hard points on one area, even if you command it to. That's probably because you've got some of these hard points that might be out of range. I'm not sure. I know we did do a video on pathfinding and hard points and their distances from other ships and how that compares with its movement range. There you go, that's down. Yeah, these 2 beasts are absolutely melting this little fleet. Never stood a chance. How are we doing for health as well? Okay, so 1/3 of shields down on that executor. Oh, and 2/3 down on this one. So we are using Thrawn's Revenge 2.3.6, which has the big space rebalance, as well as some ground rebalancing as well, and changes there. But we're seeing the new Executor stats, which is quite important to note. Let's also get all of our fighters hunting for... And you know what, we'll just hyper drive that carrier out of here. Damn, these really do not stand a chance. But yeah, so with the rebalancing, I think maybe the Executor might not be as tanky as before. So what's the stats on this Executor Star Destroyer? So 84,000 hull points and 60,000 shield points. Interesting. Okay, so I can't really remember the stats from the previous Thrawn's Revenge update. If guys, if you do know, let me know in the comments down below. But it does definitely feel like this Super Star Destroyer isn't as tanky as before, but I'm only going off feeling. So there's nothing that I have to back that up right now. But hey, I mean, this cost 4,800 credits, and I could build 2 of them right away. And I just started. I've not built any tax collection agencies, any trade stations, nothing to increase income whatsoever. And I've been able to just build 2 straight away in this mod. Makes it very exciting. So hopefully if we push into Dathomir, we might actually start seeing some faction-controlled planets that actually have SSDs of their own. So we might even actually see an enemy Executor. That would be quite cool. I'd like to see 1 enemy Executor versus 2 ally Executors. Oh, and actually that's only 400 pop cap as well. So I'm assuming the fighters take up the remaining 5. Yeah, because our carrier's gone. And our 2 Executors here must be 200 each. Which is really significant. Yeah, so I think we can definitely have 3. It's a shame because we're 50 pop cap away from having 4 on the map, but I don't know if most computers can handle that. I'm assuming pop cap has this... like... It serves itself as, 1, a balancing mechanic, so you can't have just like stupid fleets coming in one go, eliminating, you know, the player or the AI, and the other is serving as not everyone's going to have the best computer in the world. Some people are going to be running this game or this mod on toasters, so PopCap comes into play, so you don't have so many models on the map at one time. And this mod kind of throws that concept out of the right in the bin, really. But with having 2 executives here, which are big models, but they're old models, mind you, I'm not having too much performance issues here, which is quite interesting. We'll just have to wait and see how 4 executors, or maybe even 5, depending on the AI, how my computer will handle that. Now, obviously, Empire at War is an old game made in 2006. So, well, there you go. Destroyed, completely eliminated. It's an old game from 2006. So, while you may have a good GPU, I'm running 1080s. That doesn't necessarily always mean you're going to get the best performance. It relies a lot on single-core CPU performance because of how dated this game was. And I'm running an i7-4770K, which was a top-of-the-line Intel CPU back in 2014, I think, 4th gen. So it's not the best by any means, but it definitely holds its own pretty well, and I'm getting pretty good performance here. Although, if you have anything below what I have, I think you might struggle, for sure. Because I'm definitely seeing quite a lot of slowdown with this submod, but I just think it's got to do with the fact that it's having to handle a lot of SSDs just because of how low the prices are. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows, but that's my guess. That's my take. Okay, so I'm going to bring the Lucy right up into Mandalore. I'm going to bring it into Bandamir. I think I'm saying that one right. And then straight into Dathomir. I think these are faction controlled, actually, so we might see some bigger fleets here, hopefully. Especially with medium crawl AI turned on, which I'd really like to see. Okay, so let's bring Lucy into that fleet. So 3 Executor Star Destroyers, and I've only been playing for 10 minutes. So that's SSD Rampage for you. So if it's this mental 10 minutes in, imagine if you're playing a campaign of this and you're hours in. Like, there is just no point to building anything else but Super Star Destroyers and maybe some carriers for extra fighter power. That's my guess. Right, so let's move straight into Dathomir. Let's see what fleet they have. Oh, okay, they don't even have any fleet here. So I'm just going to auto-resolve that light frigate shipyard and just move straight into Dathomir. Okay, well, I didn't think we'd get to Dathomir this quick, if I'm honest. No, nothing here. So I guess we'll just have to cut into when I find a decent fleet. Okay, I found quite an interesting fleet here. Nothing too huge. We've got 7 Crimson Command Victory 2s, a broadside. We've also got some Carrack cruisers, strike cruisers, Imperial 2. Nothing super massive, but it'd be quite interesting to put it against this little minor fleet. And I've also got all 3 Super Star Destroyers here, so I would like to see how we can put 3 of them on one map at the same time, see what it's like. Oh man, look at that. That is... So I keep forgetting the AI has a massive pop cap as well, which is why we're seeing all of these ships in one go. Okay, this is quite difficult to put in. So let's just see if can't I just go ahead and do this? Yes, I can. And put another one there. What's the... Oh, is it this here that's preventing us from... Okay. Oh, hang on a sec. I just saw that turn green. Yeah, there we go. Just about there. Don't know how we're able to place the Lucy here. A good old loose Sankhya, but I won't complain. There we go. 3 Executor Star Destroyers on the ally side. Just absolutely slaughtering this Crimson Command. 6 of them here I can see right now. I'm pretty sure they have another one ready to be deployed. Let's actually control A and get everything in here, because the fighters are just so far back. They're not engaging. Let's also get rid of that carrier, because we don't need it. There we go, look at they're just melting away. How are we doing for... Okay, so 1 Executor is at half shields. We're going to win it either way. We're definitely not going to lose a SSD. They're going to be far too difficult to get rid of this early in the game. Let's have you all target that one. We'll move ship by ship. So yeah, you can see all these hard points just melting away. Thanks to 3 Super Star Destroyers. And again, this is 7 Crimson victories. Victory 2s, yeah, Crimson Victory 2s. Nothing to scoff at all. It's just SSD Rampage just allows us to have something even more ridiculous, really. Just going to take away the UI here, because we're hardly able to keep all 3 of them in one screen anyway. Okay, 1 Executor's going to try and turn all the way around. It's a shame. I should have probably waited until we were able to destroy whatever was causing the gravity well, because I would have been able to put this Executor in a bit closer. Are you able to... No. Are you able to just not... Okay, there we go. That's better. I'll take that. It's probably the best pathfinding we're going to find with a ship that big. Yeah, we are getting some serious slowdown here. I must be running at like... It's supposed to be 12 frames a second. It's a lot to compute on the CPU for sure. which makes me think like I am probably going to look at maybe getting a better motherboard and CPU, just so we can run this game a bit better. Like, I could buy myself a 2080 GTX, but I just don't think that's going to really make much impact for games like this. Especially when you're editing videos every day. It's better to invest in a CPU than a GPU that's already doing its job pretty well. I mean, this fleet has a lot of firepower, for sure. But, just not by any... just not enough. Okay, so we're starting to lose the shields completely on that Executor. Let's have a look at this in battle cam. Yeah, you can definitely see, I think it's definitely an older model. I'd like to see my FPS performance with a more modern model, much like the Viscount, which has just been completely redone in Thrawn's Revenge 2.3.6. We did do a video on that as well. You'll be able to find on X2. We did that quite recently. But yeah, this is definitely an old model. You can see very old textures here, especially on the underside of the ship, since it's not really meant to be looked at from underneath. But, there we go. Look at that. I think the other one is no-clipped inside behind it, isn't it? Yeah, you can just see it in the back there. Even the battle cam's struggling. And we got our third Executor in the back line here. Actually not firing at all. It's just too far away from the enemy ship, so we're only really using 2 Executors at full potential here. And again, that was because something was causing a gravity well when I didn't take the time to look at what it was and just dropped all 3 of them in. But hopefully our next battle will be just Executor SSD. That would be really, really interesting. Just a sheer firepower from 2 of them there. Damn. I also mentioned earlier in the video that the Viscount is buildable in all eras for the New Republic to give New Republic the ability to build like a superstar defender at any point in the game. Otherwise, they'd just be absolutely flooded by Executors and so on and so forth. Oh well, they tried to retreat and too late. But yeah, so and Viscounts, by the way, are super strong. So they decimate. I mean, like 2 of them would be able to decimate 3 Executors. I think, again, I'm only running this off the videos I did on the Viscount and the Executor and the Eclipse together before the space balance update in Thrawn's Revenge. So I may be wrong on that one. But they are very strong either way. They're probably like very, very tanky ships. Very, very tanky ships. Right, okay. I'm going to cut to us finding a Superstar Destroyer fleet. And I'll get back to you guys ASAP. Okay. Okay. That is big. They've got a Vengeance class Star Destroyer. Imperial 2, Venators, Praetor 2 battlecruiser, Raider class corvettes, Victory 2, Enforcer, some Artisans, and then an Acclimator. This will be a good match, a good match. Alrighty. So yeah, finally the AI is actually building Superstar Destroyers. And I know Vengeance is one that got modified. Holy moly, look at that. Oh, okay, I need to drop these quick before they absolutely decimate that carrier. There we go. And let's get the loose Sanctuary in right next to it as well on the other side. Can we drop it anywhere, please? You really not going to allow me to drop it here? Okay. Alright, and so be it. And 1 here as well. There we go. Look at that. 2 Executors and the Lucy. They are not messing about. Let's hyper drive that carrier out of here. So the Vengeance Superstar Destroyer. It's definitely not as strong as an Executor, I think. Like, the hull has a bit more, I think, like, minuscule amount, 800 more. Shields are the same, but they're running, like, 25 less heavy turbo lasers. 25 less medium turbo lasers as well. And I think that's 25 less... No, the same heavy dual ion cannons. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder if that's a less pop cap as well. I wonder if playing different factions and playing and trying out different Superstar Destroyers have just a little bit less of a pop cap because we are so close to being able to put 4 down on the map at the same time. So I think we'll definitely do another video on this submod, see if we can't find any factions that allow us to have 4 SSDs on the ally side in one go. So yeah, this Vengeance is really struggling here. You can see its shields are already down, and we're just melting away its hard points on the on its... I can't even tell if it's the left or the right side of the hull. Well, for us, the right side of the hull. That doesn't stop the fact that it almost stripped one Executor off its shields. I think all the other ships here... Are they coming in to fight? No, they look like they're running away. Now this is something you probably wouldn't expect to see in Thrawn's Revenge. 3 Executor Star Destroyers against 1 Vengeance Superstar Destroyer. Incredible. Oh, there's the Munificent. Accidentally got caught in the line of fire. Sorry about that, pal. Oh, no, that's a good shot. I like that. Is that focusing on the Vengeance, or is that focusing on like something else? Oh, blimey. It's just being attacked on all fronts, on the engines and on the right side of the hull. The left side of the hull is definitely being ignored. Wait, what did I see? Was that just the... Yeah, it was. Just a... Oh, wow. Somehow that Venator got caught in the line of fire as well. I don't know how. But... There you go. Vengeance looking like it's trying to turn and get away. But I think all of its engines are out by now, so it's gone. It is absolutely gone. Sorry, buddy, but you never stood a chance. Are these different battle cams for Superstar Destroyers? I'm not familiar with these camera movements on a battle cam. Now that's certainly a view. I'm gonna keep it in battle cam to see it explode. Wait, is that no? That's the Venator, I think, just gone, or the Munificent. And here we see the Praetor 2, I think, the little brother, looking at the distance, watching its bigger brother get absolutely decimated. Yeah, that Praetor's like, nah, fam, I'm not going in there. Soz. It's not happening. Is this still not down yet? No, it's still standing. There's quite a lot of hard points to go through it as well. I was just chilling in battle camp thinking it'd be gone by now, but it's really not. It's taken a while though. It is. It's like, for all of these hard points to really go down, it is definitely taking a while. Alright, we're back. I did give this like about 10-15 minutes just so we could get the executors enough time to dish out some damage. Because of the positionings of the ships, it's actually quite hard for them to land actual shots. And it looks like the Praetor's come in to actually give it a bit of a go as well. Actually, all of them have. I was away from the match there. But it is about to go down. All of its hard points have been completely wiped apart from the front hull. And this executor's trying its best to catch them out. Let's see if we can focus our firepower on this one hard point. I could try and double speed it, but as you can see, it literally does nothing at this point. It's just not worth. Okay. Where is this coming into the heavy turbo laser? It looks like it is. Nope, that's just on a dead hard point. Okay. There you go. There you have it. Yeah, you can see like a lot of the lasers targeting just a dead hard point, and thus dishing out, I think, no damage. I'm not sure if there is no damage, but usually I find that I do a lot more damage if I target hardpoint by hardpoint. But I don't know how like the ship's ally ship AI works when you're not targeting a hardpoint. Okay, so this executor over here is actually trying to get some shots off. And the Vengeance is trying to turn around now. Trying to get us to stop firing on the front hull. We've got one executor actually losing out on all of its shields, but obviously its hull points have only been touched by like probably 1/6, so it's not that much. Let's get this light quad laser cannon. Damn, it definitely does take a while. Okay. I mean, the fighters and the bombers are probably going to do some work as well. The bombers are probably... I wouldn't be surprised if the bombers are actually doing more damage than the executor on the distance. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I am seeing a lot of the cannons just targeting hard points that don't exist anymore, like this. I really need these bombers as well to... Can I not get the... Can I not focus the... No? Oh, that's a shame. Can I... Okay, there we go. Let's put those on two. Let's try and get these bombers actually focused on hard points. I don't know why these bombers are all the way over here. Very confusing. Don't know why they're in the asteroid. Wow, okay, so we've only got... Okay, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Let's go into battle cam. See the Vengeance finally get taken down. I think this has a death animation. I'm pretty sure it does. Come on, any second now. There it is in the distance. One executor's turning to focus on the Praetor. Oh, and that's a good shot. Perfect zoom in at the right time. Damn, look at that. And it's gone. And it's gone. We can auto-resolve the rest here and see if we can't find one more Superstar Destroyer battle for you guys. See you guys in a sec. I'm on this one. I'm on them. What? What? That can't be right. What? We took out the Vengeance class Star Destroyer. Gone. They had only an Imperial 2, a Praetor 2, and a Venator left. And you're telling me that Praetor took out all 3 Executors and survived? Well, guys, I think we're going to end that episode there. This has been the submod Rampage SSD game mode. We'll definitely do more videos of this in the future. I'm just going to sit back, take this massive loss in, figure out what I'm doing in my life, and you'll see me in the next episode as a new man. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. I'll catch you guys in the other one. Take care. Bye.